Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to thank you for listening to Real Time with DJ 3 and 1, hosted by Cross Culture Movement. I am your host, DJ 3 and 1, and basically, what we want to do is shine a light on what's happening now. Today, we have a very special guest, and I'm learning just like everybody else listening is learning. Now, your stage name, you go by AB, is that correct?
Yeah, I used to go by AB, but I switched it up. Now I'm going by TeeJay. Now I'm just keeping it by my government now. So I just changed it up.
So that's the governor. That's what your mama named you, TJ.
No, actually, it's just my two initials. My name is Thaddeus James Brown, but I just took my two initials, and then I just decided to run with that.
Okay, cool, man. I mean, like I said, this is my first time being able to talk to you. Shout out to the brother Diaz D Johnson, who
Yeah,
linked
shout out my
us.
brother.
Shout out Diaz for linking us, and I listened to the brother's music. I was like, oh, this is super dope. I had to check his location and was pleasantly surprised to see that he was from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, man. Out here in Columbus, man.
Shout out Columbus, big shout out Columbus. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So what side of town do you I mean, do you represent a side of town? Some people do, some people don't. Do you represent a side of town in Columbus?
Actually, I'm not even really from Columbus.
Okay,
I'm
that
from
makes sense.
I'm from a small town called Jackson, Michigan, and
Okay.
I recently moved out here
Hmm.
like about 2010. I established like when I was younger with my pops. He ended up getting a job out here. So when he got a job out here, that's when I started residing out here on the east side. I'm on the east side with it,
Okay.
Williamsburg area.
Okay.
Yeah.
East side. Hey, you hurt my dreams, man. I was like, oh shoot, he Columbus born and raised, man. That's what's up. Nah.
Yeah, man.
Nah.
I've been out here putting on for the city though, for sure.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? I
bro.
definitely rock with a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of connections out here in the city. So I rock with the city. I rock with the CO for sure.
Hey, and the good thing about Columbus, man, is once you hear you family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I look at everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got so much love in this city, even though being from Michigan,
Yeah.
with the whole Ohio State Michigan thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not a Michigan fan. Just throw that out there. I'm not a Michigan fan. So,
You gotta clear the air.
you know what I'm saying? I don't want no hate. You know what I'm saying? No bashing
Right,
going on.
That's straight up, man. The thing I like about the thing that I learned about the Ohio State Michigan beef, or I don't even want to call it a beef. Like it's definitely a rivalry, and definitely that
Rivalry,
tension.
yo.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying. Definitely that tension is there. But like real
Uh,
talk, it's a lot of love between Ohio and Michigan, and I think that's something people wouldn't understand.
Man, believe it or not, if you go to Michigan, it's not even that hype down there like that. Like how it's not even
The way we pump it
what
up.
you think it is. Yeah, like it's really all love. It's just a sport.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. But
Right.
Ohio, we go a little crazy with it, so I can definitely attest to that. But
Oh
cool,
yeah.
man. So okay, so we getting the storyline together. So you moved to Ohio, and how old were you when you moved to Columbus?
I was like 14 years old. I was a freshman in high school. I was 14 years old. I was really young for my age. So like, cause I ended up graduating when I was like 17.
Okay,
So yeah, so I ended up moving out here when I was like 14.
okay. So you was about 14. So when did you start? When did you really get into the music? Like, how old were you when that happened?
I've been doing the music. I've been doing the music ever since I was like 15, 16. But of course, I wasn't doing gospel music. I was doing secular. But I didn't really like make the transition until I was 20 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, that's when I made the transition. Like
Oh,
start doing the gospel. Switched
straight
over.
up. So like what like how did you get in? What was your introduction to to rap? Was it a specific artist that really kind of influenced you? Who was you listening to like when you first started? Like who was that person? I know for me, I think it was like Rockefeller and stuff like that.
Rockefeller.
I think
Yeah, for sure. Like when I first got introduced to the rap, like the person who I really looked up to heavy that
mm,
started doing it was Lil Wayne.
okay.
Like as
Oh
far as
yeah,
like the metaphors and the punchlines and everything, how he was coming
bruh,
with his whole style. Like I
man.
used to listen to him like when I was like in middle school. Cause like we grew up in church for real. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we really
Yep.
wasn't
Same
like
here.
I wasn't. I wasn't allowed to listen to the music, so I used to sneak to school and get I had an MP3 player. I know you know that little MP3 player.
Yeah, the
I had
iPod.
I had the MP3 player, and like I was tuned in with the music that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I think a lot of us did. I grew up in the church and stuff as well. When I went out, you know what I'm saying, that's when I kind of bumped it. That's cool. That's cool. So kind of that Lil Wayne era. So that's cool, man. Like, was there any other specific group? I know it sounded like you kind of came in like on the 2000s, like Lil Wayne. I think Cash Money
Yeah.
was doing their thing
Oh
in
yeah,
a lot of different
I'm a
ways.
young dude. I'm a young dude. I just turned 22.
Okay,
On the 12th.
you are young.
Yeah, I just turned 22 on the 12th. So, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to like.
Happy belated, by the way.
You said what?
I said happy belated, by the way.
Oh, appreciate that. Much love, much love. Yeah, man. Like, I was listening to it's so many different artists. Like, I can't even name them all for real.
Man, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So what was that? What was that turning point for you that caused you to because were you in a group like set it up for us like what?
Yeah, for sure. I was in multiple rap groups. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could never stick together because you know everybody mindset was on something different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody will be trying to accomplish their own goal because, of course, we're all different individuals. Ain't nobody the same. So everybody think the same. I mean, everybody don't think the same. So, like, everybody will be on their own type of mission. Like, me too. I was on my own agenda, and everybody couldn't see eye to eye, so we all end up splitting up. You know what I'm saying? End up falling out and all types of stuff like that. End up dissing each other. I done made diss records about all types of stuff.
Oh, man, like, it went down.
Yeah, so it went down. And then pretty much how I came back to salvation, because when I was growing up, I was pretty rebellious, because like me growing up in church really like it really corrupted me a little bit, because I wanted to do what I wanted to do with my friends and I couldn't. Like so like my friends would be like, oh, he a church boy, he go to church Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I would get bashed like from my friends from that. So I hated going to church. So like if my mom and dad made me going to church and stuff like that. So when I ended up moving and I started growing up a little bit, and I got into high school, I'm like, hey, I'm done with church. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing me. I'm about to just do my own thing. And then eventually, bro, I started selling drugs. I started doing drugs. I started smoking weed. I started drinking liquor. I started doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Just partying, living a party life. You know what I'm saying? Messing around with girls and doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. And I kind of started transitioning. I started changing. You know what I'm saying? So I started like getting real out there. So then like God was trying to send me a message. You know what I'm saying? God had sent me multiple messages. Like I almost got locked up and went to prison, and it didn't happen. I was in the cuffs, and then the police officer came in and just let the cuffs go and just said, hey, you're free to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was messing around with the wrong people. They was credit card scheming and, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. And I got caught. I was guilty by association. I just got caught up with them. And I thought I was going to go down. But God saved me through that, but I was still hard-headed. So what ended up happening is that, you know, shout out to my wife, you know what I'm saying? She's my wife now, but at the time she was my girlfriend. I was going to go visit her. She was living in a city called Mansfield. I was going to visit her. Then when I visited her, I was on my way back home. I was about to hit my exit, and I flipped my whole entire car and smacked the pole on the side of the freeway. Almost split my head in half. So at that moment, I had realized that, you know, like, I almost died in my sins. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have died and I could have went to hell, and, you know, it would have been over for me. And I feel like at that moment right then and there, like, you know what I'm saying, that's when I really woke up, and I was just like, you know what? I need to start taking this walk seriously. I need to start readjusting my life, because God almost really took me out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the way of a transgressor is hard. I knew what I should have been doing, and I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, I had to, you know what I'm saying, switch my focus, switch my mental up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it was hard. It was a hard transition, but I thank God that I did it, and here I am today.
Let's talk a little bit about that, man, because a lot of people are going through it. Maybe even some people still, maybe even somebody that might be listening. We're going to be on YouTube, so somebody that might be listening might be in that stage where they're doing things that they know that God has not called them to do.
Exactly.
But they could feel God calling. Like, What were some of the things that helped you to transition over and helped you to really? Because by judging by your music, I can tell you have a pretty solid walk with the Lord now. Like, what were some
Uh-huh.
of those things that kind of helped you to transition from uh the way that you were living to really starting to build a foundation and a really solid walk with the Lord?
Oh man, one of the biggest things that I had to do is I had to definitely, you know, cut off what I call them spiritual leeches. I had to cut off the spiritual
Mm.
leeches. The leeches that's going to suck you and drain you spiritually, and the people that surround you in your corner that only want to see you do bad and not good. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that it's a lot of people. Like you got to realize it's people that's in your life that you're close to. You know what I'm saying? It could be family members, anything that you're close to,
Yeah.
but they're just on negativity. That's all they do is they're driven and they dwell off negativity. And once you cut that off in your life, it opens doors for positivity and it opens doors for positive people to come in. So that's what pretty much I had to do. I had to cut off a lot of people that I loved, you know what I'm saying? But not just cut them off, I had to stop hanging around them and entertaining what they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? So once they see my example, now they're following me. They're like, okay, wow, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't change. Next thing you know, another year done gone by.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's still with this walk. Another year done gone by. Oh, he's serious. Now it's a level of respect that I get from your peers. You know what I'm saying? Because I decided to withdraw myself and be strong and change my life. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely say, you know what I'm saying, just cutting off, you know what I'm saying, people who's not doing what you're not on what you're on, and just being spirit led and just, you know, listening, like having the ear to hear, listening to what God is telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? And just following sound doctrine, reading the word, praying to God, building a relationship, building a personal relationship with the Father. Not just a relationship that you see your parents or you see somebody else having and you believe in God because of that. No, like, you know what I'm saying? Build your own personal relationship with Jesus Christ. That's my advice to anybody out there.
That's good stuff, bro. Now, about how long was that since you really made that change? Like how many years back, or what year? What year was that?
Man, for real, it was only 2016. To be honest,
wow,
2016.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2016. That's when I really, you know, I had a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew a lot about the enemy. You know what I'm saying? I knew a lot about the government. I knew a lot about the Illuminati and stuff like that. Like I was really an educated individual. You know what I'm saying? But like I just didn't apply it. I didn't apply none of my knowledge. I just did what I want. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, okay, now that I'm really walking with God, now let me apply all of this knowledge that I already knew. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's good, bro. That's good. So obviously you're doing Christian rap now. We're definitely here to promote the album that you just released on today. Well, it was yesterday, right? It was yesterday.
Yeah, my 22nd birthday. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we definitely want to talk about that. But were there any artists that you were seeing? Like, what kind of gave you the idea to want to get into Christian rap?
Like, all right, so that's a good question. All right, so pretty much, like me personally, like I'm from the streets, like, you know, I'm from the hood, so you know, like I was never really into the whole Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams, Kurt Franklin type of era. That just never was like no disrespect to them, you know what I'm saying? But that was like never like my lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never could really rock with that type of gospel music.
Okay.
On the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know any gospel artists that was really like making no noise. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was in the world. So when I started transitioning, I couldn't really get what the Dietrich had, and I couldn't really get with all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get with the Tamela Man. I couldn't really flow with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, let's see what this gospel rap is about. Let me see if I can, you know, I started thinking. I'm like, all right, let me switch this lane up. Let me brainstorm and try to figure something out. Like maybe let me try the gospel rap thing already. So I started looking up artists, and then I started when I was looking up artists, I came across. I was listening to 107.1. It was like a gospel radio station down here, something like that. I was listening to that. I came across an artist called Echelon Knox. I was listening to his music for a minute. I was like, okay, so it's people out here that's doing gospel rap. I didn't know nothing about it. Like, so I just really started tapping in with the community, start figuring people out. Then I started investigating, and I figured out 1K Shoot. I was like, okay, I see what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
I discovered him. And then when I discovered him, I done found other artists like Lil Nuvi and Take Two Tons and the whole Atlanta. I didn't discover like a whole different bunch of artists. But
Yeah.
like me personally, like, you know, that kind of when I seen like Echelon, I seen like 1K, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing, it kind of motivated me to do my thing. Because like I said, I was already doing music, so I was just like, okay, but I'm trying to do it a different way though. Like I was trying to do it like because I'm trying to use it as ministry.
Your music is definitely different. Like when I heard it, it sounded original. Of course, I love the tempo because the tempo sound like the tempo of what you're hearing on the radio, what you're hearing out now. But it was still a difference. Yeah, it was still a difference. You know what I mean? Like it still felt set apart. I felt like your message was clear, but at the same time, it was something that you could rock with, even if you're not all the way. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not all the way there with the Lord.
And that's exactly where I was going. Like that's exactly where I was trying to go with the music. That's exactly my like my goal. What I was trying to do. I was trying to make it to where anyone can feel this. Anybody can feel this music. But even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you got to understand, like, music has power and its influence.
That's right. It does.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, because you got to think about it, like, when Chief Keef, when the whole Chief Keef wave came out, like, everybody had dreads. Everybody was walking around here with a gun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying? When Wiz Khalifa came out, everybody had, you know what I'm saying, was smoking weed, and they had the little patches in their hair and rocking Chuck Taylors. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to realize how powerful and impact that the music has on people's lives. So when you look at that, and then you just like decide to do it the right way, you know what I'm saying, and do it for God. Because like I have a gift, so I just gave my gift back to Christ. So once I dedicated and gave my gift back to Christ to use the music as an influence in a positive way. So when you hear my music and you're not in the world, you're like, wow, dang, I need to get myself together. I need to change my life. Like this, oh my God, this dude is talking about some real stuff. Let me read the Bible then. Let me see what he found in there. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of shifts your mind in another direction when you listen to my music. It's not like anything else. Like anything else. I want to keep that message clear. Like I want to keep people trying to figure out who God is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I really commend you for what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table. As somebody, you know, I'm an OG. You know what I mean? I'm an OG, so I've been around and I've seen, you know, how Christian hip hop has evolved and everything like that. But I also seen the effect. I seen a lot of the people that I grew up with in the culture. They were able to take that and to make it a part of their life. It was a lot easier to where, in the old days, you go to church on a Sunday and it becomes a church. It becomes a Sunday thing. But with the music now, it kind of goes with your everyday life. You know, I was playing a record this morning. I was just jamming to it, and at the same time, it was edifying me. The words you were saying, they were sticking, man. So, keep doing what you're doing. I think that a lot of people are going to be able to relate with the way that you're bringing it. A lot of people that, like you said, they might not be able to get with a Yolanda Adams just yet. Maybe they'll get it at some point in time, but they need something.
Like I said, I wasn't knocking none of them artists. I just like I know like because I'm a younger dude. Like you know what I'm saying, I'm 22. Like I do this for the youth. I do this for my generation. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody who not in that generation rock with me, I rock with them. Like it's all love. Like you know what I'm saying? But this everything I'm doing is coming from a 22-year-old's perspective. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
people don't keep that. You got to keep that in perspective. You know what I mean? They say hip hop is a young man's sport, but at the same time, the culture speaks volumes to everyday life. So definitely what you're saying is definitely holding power. And I think again, like I ain't gonna put my age out there, but I'm up there, and I ain't gonna put mine, but I'm up there, and I was listening to it, and it was really edifying me and keeping me through. So let me ask you this. Again, I know that you've listened to guys like 1K Few, and what do you think? Is there anything? Because the genre has come a long way, and I think that it's definitely heading in the right direction. But if there's something that you can look back on and then look towards the future, what do you think? What advice would you give somebody that's coming up that wants to take this genre to a different level?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like keep stay original. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself with this music. You know what I'm saying? Be original and don't water down the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing that I say to somebody who really trying to do this. Don't water down the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Still talk about Jesus. Still talk about God. Still preach the word. You know what I'm saying? Use this as a tool for ministry, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we're living in the last days, and we got to get as many people saved as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so many lost souls out here who don't know who Christ is.
Mm-hmm.
So if they hear a gospel song and they hear gospel music that don't have Christ in it, they're not going to get anything from it, and they're going to keep living their lives the way they're living their lives. But if they get that one person who's going to preach the message,
mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, in a form of song, you know what I'm saying, and it convicts them, and they'll be like, oh wow, I need to go get right. That song really touched me.
Yeah.
And then they can hit up somebody and get to church, and that can change their life. And then what you just done is you just saved a soul
mm-hmm.
from the pit of hell.
Yeah.
And we gotta understand that we are Christians before we're artists.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we believe in God, and we preach the gospel. We preach His word before we are a rap artist or whatever. Because if we're not doing it for that reason, then we might as well be secular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
That's what I want to say to, you know what I'm saying, anyone who's trying to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. Well, again, I think that God wants to use the genre. I think He wants to use people like you in a powerful way. You know, me coming up, He definitely used the Christian hip hop in a powerful way, and it affected people and changed people. But what warning would you give? Like, what are some of the obstacles that you've had maybe with doing this, if any? Because maybe you haven't had any resistance, but could you shed light on any obstacles that you had with kind of spreading the message this way? Did you receive any pushback or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I didn't receive. Oh yeah, like I didn't receive some backlash. Like I didn't got so much stuff that happened to me, bro. Like I didn't like certain artists don't want to work with me because of what I stand for.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see people. I ain't gonna throw no names out there, but like people have really like, cause like some things is like all about the money to certain people. Like I don't do nothing for the money. Like if somebody give me some money, I consider it a donation. So like you can donate to me, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I don't do this for the money. Everything I'm doing is not money driven. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of artists out there who do everything for the money. You know what I'm saying? So their motive is wrong. And then like I went to a church. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. I went to a church and I did a show. They wanted me to do a show. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it for no money. I just wanted to bless the people of God. Mm-hmm. Did a few songs. Everybody was liking the music. They was rocking the music. And I didn't say nothing about an offering. I didn't say anything about an offering. So he got up there and he called himself Apostle so-and-so. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, this young man has really blessed us today. And we just want to give up an offering. And and I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, God is working. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for this, but I appreciate the blessing that's coming in. So they had a bucket for me and they had a bucket for the church. So what ended up happening was the bucket for me ended up having more funds in it than the bucket for the church. So he got the whispering in a few people's ears, and he got the, and then he started playing with my bucket and putting money in their bucket and stuff like that. And then like he thought I didn't see him though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw everything. So then he tried to meet with me in the office. He was like, "Hey man, listen, pretty much I just want to tell you, nobody really sold like that. So I just want to write you a check for $50." I was like, no, not mind you, I seen at least $800 in that bucket. At least $800 in that bucket. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God gonna deal with him. You can't do stuff like that and get away with it. So pretty much, you know, I just took the $50 and I just left and I walked away. But I did let him know that I knew what he did though.
Bro, I saw you.
I let him know that I knew what he did, and of course he lied about it, and you know what I'm saying, he felt convicted about it, and he was just like, oh, I don't appreciate you guys accusing me, and then he just took it to a whole nother level that I wasn't trying to take it. So I just left it alone. But I done definitely been through some, like, people trying to, you know, definitely take advantage of my anointing and try to, you know what I'm saying, make it benefit them. I've seen people trying to put me in shows and try to do stuff for their own shine, like
Wow.
like for their own, like, oh, I brought the entertainment, so I'm gonna have TeeJay come out and perform, like so they can look at him a certain way, like, oh, he brought him, so he must be somebody important, like all types of stuff, bro, like all types of stuff I've been going through.
Wow, that's crazy, man. I hate to admit it, but I'm not surprised. But it's just some of the kind of things that you got to deal with when God's elevating you. So a couple questions here. So it's kind of a two-part question, just kind of switching gears here from that. Let's get out of that the negativity that we see in church a lot. But two-part question. One, what effect do you think that Christian music has on the culture, if any? And the second part is, what can we do better as believers to reach the world better?
Okay.
Let me know if you need me to read.
As the culture, you talking about us as a body of Christ?
Yeah, and music in general, because again, you definitely have a gift in music. What do you see? Do you see the Christian music having any, say that 3 times fast, having any effect on the culture?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, especially, like, like for people like me, for people like you, you know what I'm saying? For like, it's a lot of people out there, you know what I'm saying, who love, you know what I'm saying, Christian music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of dope artists out there. Like, I'm not knocking nobody. I done listened to a lot of great artists in this community. You know what I'm saying? With good messages, good words, and good vibes and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, like, for them to keep doing what they're doing and just allow God to lead every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't be doing none of this without Him. So
that's right.
As long as we keep Him first, and we do everything that He tells us to do, then us as a body of Christ in the community gonna go up. We gonna elevate, and we gonna change the world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the goal.
So that's what I feel about that.
Oh man. Okay, I think we back. Oh, wait a minute. Something went up too high. There we go.
Oh, it's all good.
All right, there go the devil. The devil. No, I'm not gonna be one of them. The devil mad. So
we gonna get the enemy in Jesus' name or rebuke him.
Amen. Well, cool, man. Let me get back on my questions here, because I have a few questions that a few more questions.
Ask away, man.
So let's talk a little bit about your music. We talked a little bit about, the life and kind of what's going on in your life. And you're married also, so I think that's important. You're young,
yes, sir.
And you're married.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being so young and being married? Like, what's your perspective on that?
Oh man, it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
that's
definitely
real.
a challenge. Me, you know what I'm saying? Me being so young, you know what I'm saying? But like, I definitely think that me being married is a target for females to go after me.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of homewreckers out there, man.
Man, come on, man.
It's a lot of homewreckers out there, man. Like, they see that, other female, like me and my wife, we're in a good spot, and you know what I'm saying, we got a family. I got a daughter. I got another child on the way.
Wow,
we have a family, and they see those things and they covet, like they want that. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of females see that, so they see another female happy. Sometimes I feel like they just want to destroy that, man. Like,
that's real.
So many females try to, you know what I'm saying, destroy my marriage, but of course I wasn't going by the grace of God. I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just the bond and relationship that I have with my wife is just unbreakable, untearable. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, man. And you can see that, man. You can see when people are genuinely happy and they know what it takes to be married, and they're doing that, man. I think that's a beautiful thing, and I think that a lot more people should not be afraid, because I think sometimes you feel like you can't have, a career doing what you love, because you feel like, well, dang, if I'm married, I don't think that's the case. As someone who just recently got married, I know that, my wife has been very supportive. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and attains favor for the Lord. And that's really what it is, man. It's a really good thing to have a wife or to have a husband, to be married, even at a young age. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. It's a covenant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like an oath. You know what I'm saying? We're making a commitment.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for better or for worse, we're gonna be there for each other regardless.
That's right.
Regardless of how many girls trying to come on my phone, how many dudes trying to get with you. We're together. We doing this together. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Each year. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a blessing in the eyes of God. You know what I'm saying? Just being obedient to the Father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And understanding our creation roles and what we're here and our purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because we're, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to have a companion. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have a helpmate. You know what I'm saying? So definitely just, it's also just a part of being obedient to the scripture.
That's right. Cool, man. So let's get into the music, man. So what's now for somebody who hasn't checked out your music yet, what's the title of the new project that just dropped?
Oh man, we just came out with a project. We came out with an album called God Fearing. Also got my old project out too called The Last Days.
Okay.
I still got that out too. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to both projects, you can definitely see a transition in the music. Like it really don't really sound the same. I don't know how, but like it really don't. Like I sound so much different on this album. I mean, God Fearing, the album is out now. We're still working on other platforms, getting it up on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? We're still working on that right now, but I definitely wanted to feed the community with some music, so I just went ahead and just dropped it on SoundCloud for the free. You know what I'm saying? Just so everybody can hear the music.
Okay, so make sure you go to SoundCloud, check out God Fearing. So why the title God Fearing?
God Fearing, man, just because that's what I represent, man. That's what I stand for. That's my whole ministry. That's my whole brand. You know what I'm saying? God Fearing Ministry. That's why I am God Fearing, because I fear God. I fear God. I keep Him first in everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I do is spirit led. That's another thing I go by, spirit led. Like if God ain't telling me to do it, I'm not doing it. I'm so in tune with the Father, and my relationship with the Father is so close that, you know what I'm saying, like I can hear. I have an ear to hear. I can hear from Him. So if He tell me something, you know what I'm saying, I gotta be obedient instantly. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a show, somebody telling me, trying to recruit, like, hey, they want me to do da-da-da-da, and God telling me no, then I'm not doing it. I'm spirit led, God fearing.
That's good, man. So I was jamming through some of the tracks, and they were, I don't know if I skipped the first time when I played it through. I don't think I skipped any tracks. I wanted to hear where you were coming from. Some of them just had that turn up. Some of them were a little bit slower, but you still really got the message. I recommend everybody make sure you go check that out. But personally, what is your favorite song on this album and why?
Oh man, ooh, that's a good question. I would definitely say my favorite song, my top. Well, shoot, let me say top two.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, my top two on the track, and my reason why is pretty much is Gonna Be Alright and Ready or Not.
Okay,
those two tracks right there, because I made both of them with my wife. Like my wife was on, you know what I'm saying, she was on the songs, so I made both of them with her, and like I don't know, like when I hear I say Gonna Be Alright number one, because like when I hear that song, it just makes me get in the spirit. Like I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's like an encouraging, uplifting song. Like for anybody who's really going through something, like if you're going through a trial or a tribulation in your life, you know what I'm saying, like that's and it's hard for you, that song is gonna build you back up. That song right there is gonna get you right back in the spirit, right back going hard, 10 times harder. And the second, Ready or Not, I say that just because of the message that I had in the song. It's just like, are you ready or not? You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself. It's like a self-examination. Like, are you ready or not for Jesus' return? Are you in a position to go to heaven? Are you rapture ready? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that song right there, you know what I'm saying? Just the message itself. Like those two songs right there, I say that's my personal favorite. I know everybody got their own personal favorite, but me personally, that's my personal favorite.
Let me see if I could pull up the track list. I don't know if I'm gonna find. Let me go on. I don't want to take too long, but I wanted it's one track in particular that I wanted to go back to. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It might be like number 6 or 7. I can't think what the name is. Let's see if I can pull it up. Oh yeah, also I couldn't find it when I put in God Fearing and on SoundCloud. What do you type in on SoundCloud to pull up the album? Because I had a little.
You gotta type in. I noticed that. Everybody been telling me like they've been having complications. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the album. So you gotta type in. TeeJay. You gotta type in TeeJay. And then once you type that in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to find me that way. Or
Okay.
if you just type in like TeeJay Ready or Not, if you type in like one of the songs that's on there or something, then it should be able to just pop straight up. I noticed that everybody told me I gotta fix that.
Okay, so let's try TeeJay Ready or Not. Let me see, Ready or Not. I see JT, J Silva.
It should be a picture. It's like a white and black picture. It's like a picture of me holding the Bible. It's like a outline picture.
Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Outline picture you holding the Bible. Yeah. Well, it'll definitely be up on. By the time people are listening to this, it'll definitely be up on Spotify, iTunes, all of that. So, SoundCloud is a little bit complicated sometimes, to be honest.
Yeah.
But make sure if follow. Matter of fact, throw us your social media because you have the link in your bio. So do us a favor and plug us with your social media links.
Oh yeah, well definitely. You know what I'm saying? My social media is TeeJay _God fearing _.
And that's Twitter and Instagram.
Well, I don't have a Twitter no more.
Okay.
But I got a Facebook, and that's just TeeJay Brown.
Okay.
It's spelled the same way. TeeJay Brown.
Okay, so TeeJay Brown on Facebook. Connect on Facebook. Make sure you follow on Instagram because that's how I get plugged in. He always put the new links. He has the very dope video visual art. So that's kind of how I get plugged in. So Instagram is definitely the best way. Cool. And
definitely, man. Like another thing, man. I got some visuals on the way too. I got some new videos coming out. Yeah, for sure. Then if y'all haven't seen it, I got a visual out called Lead the Way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so y'all can check that out too. You know what I'm saying? TeeJay Brown. Just TeeJay Lead the Way. Type that on YouTube.
Okay.
God Fearing Ministries is my channel. Y'all can check that out.
Definitely. So we'll look forward to that. We'll look forward to iTunes, Spotify, more definitely those video. Are you doing shows? Or you just kind of like as far as shows, like how would somebody book you if they wanted to bring you out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got godfearingbooking@gmail.com. Just go ahead and hit that up. You know what I'm saying? We can get everything squared away.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all trying to get me for a show or a little event, get in contact with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can get in contact with my manager and everything.
Very good, very good. I know I'll be reaching out pretty soon. I'm working with some partners, so trying to get some things together. Again, just getting married, you got to make sure the home front and everything like that is settled before you really get started out. So I'll definitely be looking out for a call from the team for sure. But yeah, man, I think we gave them a little bit to look forward to. Make sure y'all go check out God Fearing and the stage name is it TeeJay?
Yes, sir.
TeeJay. So make sure y'all go check out. I'm telling you, I promise you, this project is gonna bless you. Also I linked DJ I Rock Jesus to the project. So make sure you get with him. I definitely send everybody his way because he does fire mixtapes. Even though mixtapes ain't as what they used to be, his mixtapes are fire, and he does a good job promoting because a lot of people know I Rock. So make sure you get some music to him as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm definitely willing to meet new people, so I'm definitely down with that.
Definitely, bro. Well, hey, man, we looking forward to seeing you come up, man. You're highly talented, so I'm only expecting good things, man, and we always got your back at Cross Culture Movement for sure, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Much love, man. I appreciate the support.
TeeJay Brown, make sure y'all check him out right now. Matter of fact, stop what you're doing right now. Head over to his Instagram, TeeJay God Fearing. Just type him up. You're going to find him. Follow the movement, man. It's definitely going down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all get with me.
All right. God bless.
God bless you, my brother. Take care.
Yep. Peace.